Greetings, travelers. Welcome back. We have a surprise for you. As y'all clearly saw, the new JP stream dropped, and Kadani, our goat, we saved up enough good boy points and we got ourselves a brand new set. It's fucking Kyan Orange Juice. So today we got fellow dweebs, Fanta Robot, say hi,
Hello.
and Darkness Simp, Space Cowboy.
Oh, oh, oh.
All right, so as y'all saw from the stream, from the JP stream, we are we're getting 100% orange juice.
I'm so fucking
We are
hyped for this.
so
I
fucking
love
hyped.
100% orange juice.
Orange juice is so fun, and essentially we are gonna be reviewing the cards. Kadani sent me personally because I'm just such a good boy. Uh, uh, all of the set files essentially. So it is going to be a premium set, and it is going to be on sale now when this video drops. Just go to your local game store and they'll probably have some if it's not delayed by shipping because it was a kind of a impromptu set. However, let's get on with the video. So first things first, for those uninformed, what the hell is 100% orange juice? So
Well, I'll have you know that it is 100% bullshit 100% of the time.
absolutely. It's not a game where the best person wins. It's a game where whoever got fucked over the least wins.
Exactly, exactly.
So, for those unfamiliar, Orange Juice is a small indie game company, and they mostly make bullet hells. There's Sugary, Flying Red Barrel. What else is there?
Um, QP shooting dangerous.
Yeah, QP Shooting and
Sora.
Sora. Yeah. So 100% Orange Goose is a Mario Party like game where it just is a crossover game of all the different orange juice properties. So it's 100% orange juice. And it also has some unique characters, but like the main claim to fame OJ has is that it's a deck building board game. So we're going to see some of the cards from the game make their way into this set. And the way you play 100% OJ is you roll your dice. That is it. You roll dice
You
and
roll dice and play cards.
you roll dice, play cards, and pray you get fucked over the least. Sometimes you
Yup.
go fishing.
Sometimes, very
Yeah.
rarely.
And each character, there's like what 80 something characters.
There's over 80 characters
Yeah.
currently.
There's currently over 80 characters, and they all have unique hyper moves, which are like their supers. So, as you'll see later, these hypers are translated essentially into the game via climax combos, which is pretty neat. So,
Or other effects generally.
yeah. So card count breakdown. It is a 60 card set. So premium booster, and it's split. I'm pretty sure almost even. Let me do math real quick. 2, 2, and that's 8. So that,
Yeah, that's even.
yeah, 30, 30. Yeah, that's even. Because it's premium booster, set only has two colors, yellow and red.
And
Which
it's
is
yellow and
really
red
funny.
because it makes orange.
Which is really funny. Kadani Sama, you're the goat. Uh, Climaxes, we have two shot, which is interesting. Two choice. Uh, I think I lied. I think I was given misinformation. Yeah, there should be two doors and a standby.
Whoa.
Crazy.
Yeah, it is two
Yeah, it's
doors.
two doors. So yeah, dog pile me in the comment section. I fucked up. I posted misinformation on the internet.
This loser.
I know. I'm gonna eat the kill myself fruit. So anyway, let's start with the first card of the set. Aru, little funny bunny Santa. Uh,
He is Santa Claus for those uninformed.
yeah. Uh, you get +1 limits of number cards in hand, so that's a really
Just a
good,
nice effect to have.
nice effect to have. And tap self, mill 4, brainstormer for each climax. Top check 3, grab any card. So we have done some research into this set because we looked. Once I got the files, I immediately had to break the NDA and show my boys what we were getting. There are quite a few events in this set. So being able to get into them off of your brainstorm is pretty neat
Brainstorm.
because there's not a whole lot of other ways to get into events outside of the specific level one, which we'll get into later. And even then, it
And
only
just
grabs
having
certain
increased hand
events.
size is always just nice to have, no matter what.
Oh yeah, because that just gives you more resources to work with later. So
Yeah,
I
I've
A
I feel like this
plus.
is either A plus or like S,
Yeah,
but it's solid.
yeah, it's pretty Gucci.
Bordering on S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll go into next slide. So we'll go Fanda. This is your girl.
Yes, Tomomo! I love Tomomo. Okay, so this is Tomomo Casual. So she has two forms. She has her normal Tomomo Casual form, and then when you use her hyper, Miracle Red Bean Ice Cream, which is her climax card, she turns from Tomomo Casual into Tomomo Sweet Eater, which is the level 3 you see down there. So, uh, how it's translated is first, her act. When you tap it, roll a three-sided die. Generally speaking, to my knowledge, it's you roll a six-sided die. 1 and 2 is 1, 3 and 4 is 2, and 5 and 6 is 3. Choose one of your game characters, and it gets plus X power, where X is equal to your result times 1,000. It's pretty nice. You can just throw this in the back. Every turn, pump something, a variable amount of power. It's nice.
It's a
The other effect. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a really
Go ahead.
interesting effect because there's if I remember correctly, there's a trial deck Nene from Hololive that's like 1k power. Her only effect is tap to pump something to 5. So it's really neat to see how we can allegedly get 500 more power out of
Roll good
like the
enough.
same cost of just rest. And she has a climax combo. However, you're playing 100% orange juice, so what's the actual likelihood you're going to roll high numbers?
It depends if you're playing like someone that is more bullshit than the others,
Yeah,
but
so here's the
uh,
thing. So what you're saying is if I'm playing against you and you play Tomomo Casual, you're gonna roll threes. But when
no.
I
What I'm
play,
saying is
but
if
when
you're
I play Tomomo Casual, I'm only gonna roll once.
yes, exactly. So her climax combo. Pay one, put one card from your hand into your waiting. When Miracle Red Bean Ice Cream is placed into your climax area and you are level 3 or higher, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one Tomomo Sweet Eater in your hand, put it in any position of your stage, and put this card face up underneath that character as a marker. So it's a little awkward to play this combo because you have to have an open lane and you have to know how to order placing the Tomomo Sweet Eaters so you don't just delete one of your casuals and not get the marker.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's
if that's
it's
the case, you only need like one open slot,
yeah,
but
but you have to
still.
like not fuck up the order or
Yeah.
else you'll just lose a Sweet Eater entirely.
Yeah, so I guess because of that, we might as well see Sweet Eater, uh, Mister Space, if you would.
Allegedly. When this card's placed on stage, other than by the effect of auto, it dies immediately. So it has to be played by the other one. By the Tomomo Casual. Then you digicard. I'm trying to read because I'm blind and stupid. To draw two.
That does not say ditch a card, my good
So
friend.
I got it. I got it. Put one game character from your waiting room at the bottom of your clock. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw two cards. So hurt yourself one from waiting, get two more cards.
Yeah, so
And the climax combo is pay two, put two characters from hand into waiting, and sack the marker. When the card's battle opponent becomes reversed, if Miracle Red Bean Ice Cream is in your climax area, you may pay the cost. If you do, deal X damage to your opponent 2 times, where X is the number of cards in your clock. So you have some variable damage here with her, uh, spread across 3 different lanes if you can get over things. It is quite interesting, and she has a nice power level of 12,500.
12.5 plus the climax. That's 13.5. That's gonna get over quite a
A good
bit.
amount of things, and that's
I think,
without like an assister.
yeah, I think like the
Although it
only
will be a
thing
little bit difficult to have an assister in the first place, considering you need to have an open lane somewhere.
there, well, you
Yeah.
can have it set up to be so you
Well,
need
yeah,
one
but
open,
like
so you
you
need at least
can't
one
have an
slot.
assister for both of them
Yeah, you can only have
if
like
you have
one
like a level
assister
assist.
essentially.
Yeah,
Uh,
might be
so
a little tricky, but
might be a
is
little
definitely
tricky.
interesting
Now,
for
what can
sure.
this? I think this pretty much gets over everything because Nino
About
is only offensive power, if I remember correctly.
the only
Uh,
card doesn't get over is the twins.
Or like
the
that one specific grand performance bullshit that I'm forgetting the name of.
Yeah,
we'll
that's what I
get
was
to
talking
that
about.
later.
No,
Surprise.
no, no, like from what's it called?
Oh,
Fate?
Reinhardt.
I think so,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh fucking
Uh,
yeah. Who's playing Reinhardt the Overlord 2025?
I wonder.
I wonder. But
Cringe.
slot. Well, it Shuna Majoron. It like what's the word of it I'm looking for? It contests it. They can definitely counter over it without an assist, but it should contest them because
You mean
they peak out. They
Muron?
peak out at 12k, right?
Uh, let me look.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, Bell, level 2 Bell can get over it with the 3/5 counter.
Yeah, but eh. Yeah, you're right.
I will
But
check
that's
that.
just like base this, so
But yeah, that's just my deck. I don't think
that's
anyone else is
you,
running that.
that is you, and you alone.
Yeah, yeah, no.
Muron is a 12k
Yeah,
with
so
the
yeah,
Shuna
yeah,
back.
so 12k. So if you have like
10
a level
5 over.
assister, then the Tomomo ties with a 3k backup.
Yeah,
So
but Slime's kind of falling off. Maybe I don't know.
maybe we don't know. Has been too many events yet. However, so
So regarding
regarding
the
Tomomo
casual,
Casual,
it's
solid
it's
board, just like a solid pump. If you need something to get reverses, this is definitely like a
yeah,
thing you can
and it'll
use.
eventually turn into a finisher.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, probably B.
probably like yeah, B or so, B minus.
Yeah.
I give
Uh,
it a C plus. It's just having to not be able to fill up board and be
yeah,
super careful for the finisher. It's kind of cringe nay.
yeah. Well, that's kind of a more of a finisher comment than a casual comment. So
Yeah,
you can't, you have, it's an awkward time trying to fill up the board. So you, and it
It is
has,
taking back spaces. So like if you wanted to place an assister and a brainstorm, you're gonna lose out on a slot for casual in the back.
yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Like 3K pump's really powerful,
Well, I mean,
but
you could just use this as your
As the assister, yeah.
quote unquote.
And then you could just
You
play
just
the
have to get
assister
pretty
when
lucky.
Yeah,
yeah,
Uh,
just roll good enough, idiot.
yeah, just roll better. And then for Sweet Eater, really interesting because
Like it can
this brings
be
into
very
question
lethal.
your mid game play pattern.
Yeah,
Do you want to heal? Do you want to stabilize at your mid game? So when you're like at level 3, you're at low level so that you can clock yourself the Tomomos to burn 3 or burn 2 twice? Or do you
or you
want
can
to
also just go for
burn,
straight reach.
yeah, go for like Giga Reach with like burn 4,
Burn
burn
6
5?
twice. Burn 6 twice, 3 times.
Crazy.
I think it just depends on like where you and your opponent are at. Like if you're within like a decent range of killing
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, but it's just more along the lines of you're going to need you need to play the casual Tomomo.
it's
You need
gonna
to
take
pay
a lot
one,
of setup
you need to
to.
discard a card, so that's 2 cards out of
Like
hand.
you do 2 of these. It's a lot of resources.
So
Yeah, it is a
so
lot,
that's
but it's
2
also one
cards,
choice.
and then you have
I
to
mean,
play the Tomo from hand, which is a 3rd card essentially.
Yeah, but then she
And
can draw
then
2.
you draw 2, so we're at 1 card.
the
And
thing
then
is,
we
like,
discard 2 for the effect. So that's essentially you're spending 3 cards for each
And then you just
Tomomo
gotta pray you
combo
don't draw into events
or climaxes.
or climaxes. Yeah. It's funny. It can be pretty lethal. It's a little hard to get out
Yeah.
and like get the exact damage calcs you want. So yeah, B minus, C plus, I think.
yeah. I think
I mean,
that
it's definitely
having that
like it
damage
could definitely
itself.
super push.
It can,
Yeah.
yeah, but like you're also hurting yourself. So if it doesn't kill, you just lose.
Yeah, you just lose.
It has flavor for being the most coin flip finisher in a coin flip themed set.
I want to go
true.
that far.
Oh yeah, no,
I know,
you're
it's
right.
pretty-
Yeah, there
It is
yeah,
very
yeah.
coin flippy, but yeah.
It's coin flippy. It's very because like Tomo's like effect of the game
Dude.
is like she deals damage equal to like her
The-
current health.
Yeah, so for those that are unaware, her hyper, once she transforms into Sweet Eater, her hyper also transforms into a different version, which will deal damage to people based off of the amount of damage you've taken.
Yeah, so it's just kind of a weird thing because your opponent can kind of just not try and push you, which makes your finisher worse
Yeah.
or better
Yeah.
depending on their deck
Or
state.
or better, yeah. 'Cause
It's
you
just
could also
very
just
it's
hurt
very
yourself and
controllable
free.
by your opponent.
The problem is it's just really expensive if you're not going for broke on it.
Yeah, you kind of need
Yeah,
to like
and also
all in on
requires reverse,
Sweet Eater.
so it can be a little whiffy if people are
Maybe
playing around it.
backs up over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she already has like a high base stat, so it's going to be a lot easier for you to get those reverses than other decks. But
Yeah.
hell, your opponent could just crash in their lane and just say, "I'm not giving you the reverse."
Yeah.
So,
Then you cry.
yeah, then you pee your pants, shit and come maybe.
Then you play something else.
Yep.
I'll keep it B minus just because I like Tomomo.
Resolves.
It has a massive upside. It's just
It just feels like a very
Kinda
awkward
crazy,
finisher. It definitely requires playtesting, which you can do. Once this video drops, add your LGS. So continuing on.
Here we go. I'll let Space take this one since I took over with Sweet Eater.
I'm sorry, I can't read. I have the tism.
It's okay.
Okay. When this card is placed on stage from hand, your opponent puts all cards in their center stage of 500 power less into their waiting room. Funny. An auto. Pay 1, pitch 1 from hand to waiting room. Once placed on stage, pay the cost, search your deck for up to 1 game character, so it's just a drop search. With 500 kill.
Which is,
Yeah, it's goofy.
It's very goofy because
Deletes
we
bombs
never really
since they're mostly
see
500.
that type of effect. Like we see a lot of neg power, but we don't see any like, oh, you are this power, die.
500 board wipe also stops like some of the random bombs, like the ones from Fate that get effects on reverse.
And
That's
Or
true,
like
yeah.
the Yotsuba bombs.
Yeah.
They have to be reversed to get memory effects.
Bunny Girl has a lot of those too. So if you have a Bunny Girl player, you can just shit on them by playing a Kiriko.
And
And
at
search
the end of
out,
the day, it's
level
also
1.
just a drop search. So
Yeah, it's a drop search, so it's automatically just like a B at best.
C.
A C? Or is B at worst? Not best. I'm silly.
be at worst because it's just a drop search. At
Yeah,
worst.
I'll give it a B just because it does have the 500 kill.
First effect is not going to come up as much as like a negative 500 power like board wide. However, that I guess that's what allows her to be a 1K rather than a 500.
Yeah. I give all like just generic drop searchers a C just because it's generic. It's not like anything special.
All right.
Yeah, but she
not
also got
technically
something
powerful.
else interesting, just
Yeah.
like stapled on.
I get a B minus.
It's just very
Because
her
the first
second effect
effect-
is her or first effect is just very matchup dependent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like in those matches, it can heavily skew the game
Yeah, you can just
because you
what
just
you
ruin
can
their
one
level
for
1
three
or
though
level
because
0.
it's really funny. All right,
B minus for funny.
clap clap. Next meme. Uh, oh, this is me. Shoot,
Popo.
I'm. It's me. Marie Popo. All of your other game characters get 500 power. So global assists for game, and whenever you roll a dice, you can put a game character at the bottom of your clock, and you can add +1 to your roll.
Goofy.
So depending on how good the dice rolling mechanic is, this is like an all-star.
It's just an extra
It's,
add-on to your
it's
dice.
insurance that you can actually play the game at the cost of your life points.
Yeah, I'll give her a
Give
I'll
her
give her a B just
C.
because I'm scared that she'll take my wallet.
Yeah.
True. But you can use her with casual, which is a Fenoi. It
Yeah.
can help damage you to get you
it
closer
depends
to
on like
6.
the rest of like the dice. And
I don't think you'd ever really use it with casual because
you're
Just
eating up
you can
two,
do it.
you're eating up
You
two back
could,
row
yeah.
slots for.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was saying you could use it. It's just a thing that can be done. And
Not
it
that
can
it
get you
should be.
closer to 6.
Yeah. Just pa. And
Stupid smelly idiot.
no, she's evil.
She is yeah,
Yes.
that is the face
Yeah.
of evil.
Satan.
Yeah.
That is not the face of mercy.
Alrighty. Next to
Oh
me,
God,
Nay.
Nath. All right.
You get to read Nath.
I get to read Nath. Of course I do.
Everybody in
okay.
chat, fuck Nath.
Yeah, I would fuck Nath. Look at those robo boobies.
She has
Oh.
fucked me in every game I tried to play her.
God, I wish that were me.
It has been. You just played with me. Alright, so her effect. Pay 1. When this card is placed on stage from hand, you may pay the cost. If you do, look at the 3 cards on the top of your deck. Choose 1 from among them, put it into your clock, put the rest into waiting room. If you put 1 card into your clock, choose 1 game character in your waiting room, return it to hand. So it's a top 3 Ricky salvage.
Yeah, so it can like help fix your colors in a set that only has 2 colors.
Funny. Well, I mean,
But
at
it
least
do-
you're not like gonna blind clock a climax or something.
And it
unless
also
you
gives you
reveal 3
deck
climaxes,
speed
then
because
you
this
just
is
get
a
fucked.
salvage Ricky. So
Yeah, it gives you some more
Yeah.
options too, so you can pick which one you want from the
and
top 3 as well.
she's your last attacker. She's a 3/5, which can get over most things.
Yeah.
Uh,
But it's a salvage Ricky.
yeah, I'm not a huge fan of salvage rookies in general,
Yeah.
just because
It's
You're only
better
really
than
playing,
no Ricky,
yeah,
but
you're only really playing them early in the game, and when it's early in the game, you don't have a lot of selection in your graveyard.
exactly, yeah.
But I mean, hey, if
Uh,
you're 05 for turn, clock, draw 2, level yourself up, you can salvage those cards.
Yeah,
True.
that's true. But I have a vendetta against salvage rookies, so I'm giving it a C.
Yeah,
Also,
give it-
Nath.
it's
the
a Ricky,
minus.
so
The minus is for the salvage effect. But other than that,
yeah,
it's a
but
pretty
it's also
solid
an
card.
oversized, technically. Technically an oversized.
Yeah, you're right. I'll give it just
Okay,
a straight
fine.
B.
C plus.
All right.
I'm not going to be on this one.
All right.
It's a Ricky. A Ricky is the minimum of B because it's a plussing card.
Yeah,
Anything
it's
can be a
Nath. It's
plussing
getting-
card if your
it's-
opponent's unlucky enough.
Hey, you're so right.
Like, bro, if I'm playing fucking Sunshine, I'm not drawing zeros. Like, everything in your hand's a plussing card.
You're right. Until you just cancel scum.
Yeah. I don't know about that one, Chief. Next to Mime. This is
Right,
Space
Space Cowboy.
Cowboy? Yeah.
Pollo continuous. If you have stockcaster or less, gets plus 2k. Yeah, clean cut. It's a clean cut.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's matchup dependent whether or not this card is good or useless.
Yeah, if your opponent's playing a runner in the year of our Lord 2025, this card fucking sucks.
But it's still an oversize.
It is.
So it's an
As long
oversize
as
and a
you
clean
have
It's
cut.
also
least
defensively
stock.
oversized too.
Yeah, so
'Cause
it
if
can't
you-
clean cut
If you
that
turn,
shit that's already died.
Yeah, if you turn 1, like you're going second, turn 1 tri-field, you're still a 3/5, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's true.
Being able to defensively scry and save stuff, like
Scry and
theoretically,
Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about?
when it Battlefront can reverse, it can move step back.
That's not what scrying is.
I'm retarded. You know what I mean.
Gee, you think we didn't know?
I can't brain.
Yeah, don't make me come over there and kiss you.
Please do.
All right.
QP.
QP. 3K vanilla.
QP.
QP.
Pudding.
Pudding.
Yes.
Yes. Funny dog.
Funny pudding dog.
All right. Fanta, what is
Okay,
how do I say
all
this
right,
name?
so
CO?
we just call her Repa,
Repa?
but it's
Parappa the
Sarah
Rappa.
Parque. Sarah Parque, but we just call her Repa.
Sarah Parappa the Rappa. 1-0 with the Soul Trigger. Interesting. When this is placed on stage from hand, choose one of your opponent's characters. That character cannot move to another position until the end of your opponent's next turn. So
That's some nice flavor.
Yeah, so she stuns someone. Ooh. And then
She stops them from moving, just like her hyper does.
Like her hyper. Oh wow. And then when she becomes reversed, you roll a 3-sided die. If this card's battle opponent is level X or lower, you put them on the bottom of your character's stock and pay out the top stock. No. Put this bottom of your opponent's stock into the waiting room and put this character's battle opponent. It's a stock bomb. We figured it out. However, this has a chance of
killing level 3s.
Killing level 3s.
Funny. It's a variable stock bomb based off a dice roll.
Yeah. So
notably can be manipulated with the other one.
With Popo, yes.
With Popo, you can clock yourself to get rid of a level 2, and if you have 2 Popos, you can clock yourself twice to guarantee a level 3.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could clock yourself to get a level 4. Ooh.
Or you could just be good at the game and just blind
roll 3 anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
got a soul trigger.
It's got a soul trigger, and it can
have a
definitely be
soul trigger.
used into like certain matchups, like standby.
It can be used with choice as well. It's just a nice choice option.
It's a choice option. Yeah, I think C-
Has soul
is
trigger.
all right.
Gets
fine.
out of D tier because of the soul trigger.
Yeah, out of P tier. Alrighty.
Your mother.
Next meme.
All right, so I'll take this one. Yuki. When
Yuki with the
so it's
blicky.
a 1-0, no soul trigger this time. When this card is placed on stage from hand, you may choose a QP in your waiting room and put it into your stock. Put one game character from your hand into your waiting room. When you do, when this card is placed on stage from hand, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw a card. So it's some hand filter and gets you free stock if you have QPs in your waiting room.
And you can even like order the effects to be the second effect to go off first, and discard your QP to draw a card, and then send the QP
And then
to
stock the QP. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
So
it is quite small, but it's a stock generation.
Yeah, it's because Bunny Girl has this, ReZero has this, and they're really good at both of those sets. However, it's because they have finishers that are stock gated and are really good. How good are these? How stock gated are we in this set?
Not very.
We'll have to. Well, I mean, there are some expensive effects, so depending on if you
like,
wanna...
yeah, there's a very specific event that's extremely expensive.
Yeah. So if you want to play for that, then you definitely want to run a playset of each of these.
The problem is you're also just negging hand if you're trying to like flood stock with this, which I guess in some of the decks doesn't really.
Well,
matter
you're not
for me.
negging hand. You're playing a card, and then you can filter, which isn't negging, and then you're just stocking from
grave.
From waiting.
I mean, you go -1 hand just to play the card. Like you're going -1 hand, you're going +1.
But you're also plussing stock, so it's even. It's not negging.
It just depends on like what you're like. Do you need more hand? Do you need
If
stock?
your Yuki doesn't live on till your opponent's turn, then you neg.
and it's a 2/5.
It's a 2/5, so it's probably not going
It's
to
not gonna beat
live.
over like a lot of
Like you can, if you
generic
get to
level
like,
ones.
yeah, but it can definitely beat over some level zeros.
Some,
Yeah,
even with a climax, it only ever ties the clean cutter.
yeah, but like, Weiss has so many fucking utility shitter zeros that it's gonna kill something.
I know. I see a lot of things I don't like about it. It's just silly.
Yeah,
I do like the stock generation of it, so I'm just gonna give it a C.
Yeah.
yeah. I think
Also,
it's
I
like,
hate vanillas.
hey, vanillas are plussing zeros now.
Okay,
I don't know what you're on about.
you go off.
Hey, set one Ruby, I rocked that vanilla, and it lived way more than it should have.
You go off, Queen.
Oh, I'll get off all right.
Hey yo.
Ayo. That was space.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
me.
Okay, that was
Now it's space.
Wait, huh? Oh,
Okay.
now it's space. Oh,
Yeah.
right. You did. Oh, yeah, you did.
I
Yuki.
did Yuki.
Yeah.
I'm
Crazy.
calling the next one too because it's my child.
All right, resolved. Here, how about we'll swap
Sumika.
this one? You can do the next one.
Okay.
All right, so we got Sumika 104K. When she attacks, she gains plus X power, where X is the number of your opponent's characters times 1,000. So she can get up to 9K, 10K with the climax, which is
Very funny.
very big, very funny, which is
And
good.
get big without the climax too, which is a good thing.
Which is good because we do need a reverse for her climax combo. On reverse, if reproduction of records is in your climax area and you have 2 or more other game characters, you can discard a card to cigarettes and grab 2 things. So this is a,
It doesn't seem bad at all.
yeah, this is kind of like your generic level 1. So
Like I still don't really like the on reverse, but it's good enough that I'll
It
give
offsets the shitness of a clean cut by just being able to beat over most things.
it. Yeah, and it gets big enough for the on reverse to not like be that big of an issue.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all, that's pretty solid. And
It
like,
provides hand filtering and
Yeah.
double salvage.
yeah, double salvage. Did I have a comment on this character, this card, outside of it, like just being her hyper because she just grabs 2 cards from the bin? No, I don't think I did.
No.
All right. So yeah, solid level 1 combo. This is probably like gonna be your generic, because as we go later on, we have some pretty funny cards.
Pretty goofy ones for sure.
Speaking of funny cards, take it away, Space.
Oh, hi, Mark. My beloved, my stupid little explosion child. This card has the ability, every 3 times return, when you roll a dice, it gets plus 1k. At the start of your attack phase, roll a 6-sided die. If you rolled 4 or greater, it gets plus 2 soul. Otherwise, this card gets plus 1 soul. So, another card can be manipulated by Popo, the stupid roll dice, get plus by clocking yourself. Just gets big, gets lost soul. Funny beater. Also has 0 soul, just
Yeah, so you
existing.
so you do need to get the soul to roll dice. The issue I have with this is that it's kind of awkward to roll, to only like field one of, like a as like your utility.
Yeah,
level
you
zero,
definitely
level 1.
want to like have at least 2 of them on field, and like you could pair it with Tomomo in the back just to get that extra dice roll.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you
Nah,
could
don't
run
play
like
a level 1 combo. Drop 3 of these.
about
Easy.
that. We will get to that later within the video. So, but as of right now, like D plus, I think.
Okay, you can have your free S for
You
this
can have
one.
you can have your
I'll
one
accept
because it's
it.
Mark.
This is just a D.
Yeah, how
It's a
about-
funny card.
Yeah.
It's very goofy. That you just can drop 3 of these and like a 2 soul and say,
Yeah,
hey,
just say roll my
uh,
dice.
coin flip.
Roll my dice.
Let's see if I lose or win the game immediately.
There we go.
All right, Kyosuke.
Gyosuke.
Okay, so he
yeah.
is a 1/1 backup. When you use this card's backup, if all of your characters are game, you may put the top card of your deck into your stock. So it will.
It's a 2K.
It'll
Essentially a
just-
2K counter. It's a free 2K counter with a soul trigger. You don't have to.
Yeah,
You don't have to waste
it's-
your turn on this one.
It's fine.
Yeah,
You know, it's okay because you can take the next one because I know how much you like him, but I don't really like this counter at all.
I mean, it's fine.
I
It
just
stocks you back one, so it goes.
it's free,
stock
yeah.
neutral.
you can get off a choice. It's got a soul trigger, so
It
you can get off a
could also
choice.
blind stock a climax. It's
I
okay.
mean,
It does have a soul. Okay, fine. C
so
minus.
can anything.
Yeah. What do you mean by leaf?
Isn't this leaf counter?
No,
Or
it's
I'm
not.
Oh no, leaf
You're
counter is the
I don't know.
top check. You. Oh, I'm gonna kill you.
All right.
yeah, D for
Okay,
dumb.
well, actually,
idiot.
no, yeah, no, you're right. You're right. The space should take the next one, and then you'll take the next two.
Nah, you're right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yes.
Is Space gonna be able to handle the next couple? He can handle
No.
the one after. He can handle the small boy, and I can
Okay.
do
Okay.
I can't. I finally woke up after like sitting in rot for a minute.
after girl rotting.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Can you handle?
Yeah.
Can you handle this one?
I can
Who, me?
handle this one. I think Space will be better handling the next one.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So
I'll accept
Arthur,
it.
So mean to me.
funny bunny boy, 1/1 soul trigger assist. All your game characters in front of it get level assist essentially, and you can rest him. Put the top card of your deck face down in one of your opponent's open stage positions as a level 0, cost 0, 1 power character card named Rabbit Hobby Shop. With the following two abilities, if this card would be sent to the waiting room from the stage, by the effect of being played over from hand, send this card to stock instead, and this card cannot be reversed.
So you're just gonna flood their stage with cards from your deck and force them to plus you stock.
Yeah, so either, and no, it's anywhere. So if they have an open back lane,
Yeah.
you can just say, nice opening slot, shit ass.
Now, how about you plus me?
How about you plus me, or do you want to gimp yourself by not playing in your back row?
You can't do you can't stock climaxes with it, which is just whatever though.
Yeah.
It is unfortunate,
Yeah,
but
I'm pretty sure there's some top check information in this set, so you can't be like too.
you could
But
try
at
to
the end of
avoid
the day,
it
like if you put it in their back row, they're gonna have to play over it.
Or
eventually.
You're gonna have to play your brainstormer
They,
somewhere.
they could also like move it up or something.
Yeah, they can move it
but
up.
like
They can
that's
move it around.
that's also just giving themselves because they can't really attack with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like if there's just situations where it could come up, that'd be really stupid.
Yeah. Well,
deal
actually,
with.
no. They kind of can attack with it.
How much soul does it have? Does it say?
It would have 0 soul, but like it's still like a body that they could use essentially.
Oh yeah, you're right. They could generate stock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just had no power. It just wouldn't do anything.
Yeah. Alrighty. Now they can like use that as like a body. That kind of like makes this card pretty. Pretty doo doo fart.
Pretty doo doo ass butter.
Yeah.
It has cases where it can do funny stuff.
Oh
but it's
yeah,
just
if
a
they
generic
want to
1/1.
have like, but
Just-
still like, if you give me a free body, I'm probably not gonna play on top of it.
Well, no, you can just leave it sit because it's not gonna get reversed. So like you can just slam climaxes in that if you have like a 0 like back row climax because it can't die.
Yeah,
It just
shit.
exists.
Yeah, well, you could also use I'm blanking. Kiriko. So less than
Yeah, I guess.
500.
Yeah,
So you could forcibly kill it
yeah.
if you
Kiriko,
had to.
um,
It's the
I think this probably needs
chop
to be
dirge.
errated somehow, some way. I'll call up fucking Weiss and Chill, and he'll get me the fucking Kadani's cell number.
That
Put him on
is
speed
something
dial.
you can do.
Be like, yo.
Is you can just spawn 2 losing your opponent's front row and Kiriko them and just go stock +2.
Well, no,
Well,
because
no, 'cause it
they
only
have to
played from
play
hand.
over.
It's played over from
They'd
hand.
have to play over to stock it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Ice need.
Yeah.
Not
Nice.
not flavor. Very, very cringe, nay, nay.
Well,
Very,
no, if they
Actually,
very
land, if they no,
unfortunate.
it is flavor because if they land on the space, you get money.
Yeah. So because of that, F.
F plus because of the flavor. F for flavor.
Because of the not being
Or
able to work with
F4
Kiriko.
flavor.
Yeah. Until Bushi-sama decides they want to errata this card. However, in the meantime, it is an F plus. Future Earth, We've been Fire here, and I sent a very strongly worded yet passionate email to Mr. Kadani-san himself. Bless up, baby girl. And they responded with a oh shit, that's the beta version of the card. So here is the normal version of the card. As you can see, it can no longer be moved, and it can no longer attack. So it now is a do nothing card for your opponent to just kind of have to deal with and or most likely play over. I have no idea what to put over this segment, so there's probably going to be a cute anime girl or something. Anyway, bye.
For flavor.
Yeah. So
All right.
continuing on. Now, Space, your turn.
Yay, Robo Balls.
Ball.
Auto, if you have
Robo
four, if you have four more other game characters, it gets plus 4/5 power. Beginning attack phase, if Ideal World is in your climax area, and Shifu is in your middle position, your center stage, it gets plus 6k. Reminiscent of Ram Lethal and
Yes.
her familiars.
Yeah, except these don't give. These get power just inherently by having a full field. They get up to 8/5s.
Does the Ramifalls have a cost?
No,
For
they
it?
do not.
They
Yeah,
have a
one
burn,
zeros.
but
They're
we
one,
haven't seen
well,
the.
I mean, as in like the
Shifu.
base effect. They are 1 zeros
Yeah.
that get up to 6k.
Yeah. I'm talking about the cost to play it.
Yeah, it's 0.
No, it's 0.
Yeah. So this is a cost 1, so that
But
allows
it
to
doesn't.
get larger.
It doesn't have a soul. It doesn't have a soul trigger, and
That's true.
Yeah. And it also doesn't
I
get
don't know how
as
it
big.
factors in,
It doesn't get nearly as
bushy
big.
math.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one gets to what? What? It's
8/5
8/5.
8/5 with the climax, so like 9/5.
15/5.
Huh?
So it'd be 8/5
Yeah.
plus 6k plus
Oh,
1k off the
you're
climax.
going with the Shifu if you have Shifu too. I'm just talking about like if you're at level 1.
Oh yeah, if you're at level 1, it's just an
You're at level
8/5.
1,
It's an
8/5
8/5.
unless you Tomomo for some reason.
Yeah.
Or do
I don't think you'd run
8/5
Ball and
in
Tomomo,
a vacuum. It's an 8/5.
in a vacuum is 8/5.
Bro, you're not
Oh,
seeing the
1/1
standby
soul
shot,
trigger.
bro. Trust.
No, I will hard into standby shot. Shifu is one of my favorite characters. I will jam him into anything. Probably C though. C
It's
plus
fine by
itself.
itself. By itself, it's fine.
It's just worth Ramifal only for the fact that it itself doesn't have burn off of the Shifu combo. But I haven't.
Yeah, and since it's
Shifu
not
yet.
being run with choice, the soul trigger feels a little lackluster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still something. If you hit it, it's an extra damage like during the
And,
game.
like,
So it's not like
Yeah.
You could probably get away with playing 1 or 2. Like if you're playing a 1k1 deck, and you hit level 1 first, 8/5 is probably gonna live. Because most
You have to have the
especially
full
if you
board
have
at least.
counters.
at level 1.
And if they hard remove something, you lose the power on them. It was just
Yeah.
something you'd have to be aware of.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
But like most, like all like the good level 1 combos like max out at 8k. So being that like 500 over is like really helpful.
No, they're just gonna drop the cigarettes against you and kill it.
All right, if you say so, girl boss.
Just for the one lane.
Yeah, just for the 1 lane. Fancy, you haven't done one in a hot minute, so we'll do
yeah,
that.
I'll take the next one. I'll let you take Shifu. It's okay.
Alrighty, cool. Shifu, my boy, my man, his little jammies. He's a level 3, 2 cost, soul trigger, 2 soul, 10,000 power. On play, you can discard a game character to heal to your hand from the top card of your clock. And then his climax combo, pay 3, ditch 3. When Ideal Whirl is placed on your climax area, if he is in your center stage, you can pay the cost. If you do, Choose up to 2 Robo Balls in your waiting room and put them on any position in your stage. They get a soul, and until the end of the turn, all of your game characters gain Cancel Burn 1 twice. So whenever your opponent cancels opponent damage, they take 1 twice.
It's funny. It's definitely not
I think
bad
it's good
for
enough.
sure.
Because it's a 2-card combo. You just need Shifu in Ideal World.
It's not outrageously expensive either for having basically a tri-field of the effect.
Yeah, because like it looks expensive on paper, but
you're not playing Robo Ball.
You're not playing Robo Ball from hand. You're
also not paying for
5 stock
Robo Ball at all.
and 5 hand to do this combo.
Well, no, 5 stock. Yeah, 5 stock, 5 hand.
Yeah, 5 stock, 5 hand.
Yeah, play the Shifu and play the climax.
Even including the heal, because you're going to ditch a card just to grab the one from top of the clock anyway. So,
yeah,
even factoring that in.
Yeah, that negs out. Here's my free S because I like Shifu a lot. He's really fun to play.
S for Shifu.
S for Shifu. He uses Hyper to summon the balls.
Only reason it's not S for me is just because it doesn't have good range.
Yeah, it's not like Ramethal where
kills at 3.
Oh yeah, it'll definitely kill. It's just that
it's also on shot, so it's another potential.
Yeah, it's another potential
cancel
burn. So like if you trigger a shot, you're swinging for 4, and then if they cancel, burn 1 3 times, which is
also the 1/1 being Soul Trigger also means that if you have them in your deck, it's more damage you could deal.
Yeah.
So you're taking 4, taking 1 twice.
Yeah.
So you can try to high roll.
Yeah. It's just like in the video game.
Whoa.
All right, funny haha time.
Next, looking at Kai.
Boy.
We're gonna. Sorry, Kaie. Kai's someone else.
Yeah.
This guy can't read.
So pay 1. So she's a 2/1 with Soul Trigger. Pay 1, put 1 card from hand into your waiting room. When this card is placed on stage from hand, you may pay the cost. If you do, your opponent chooses 1 climax in their waiting room, returns all cards except that card from their waiting room to their deck, and shuffles their deck. And when this card is placed on stage from hand, roll a 6-sided die. This gains X power, where X is equal to the result times 1,000. So it is a crappy Fumio. I hate these Fumios.
Why? Because they're 1 card, or?
Yeah, the 1-card Fumios feel so bad.
Well, yeah, because they're never gonna print just a straight 2-card Fumio ever again.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, didn't they already do that with the other set that came out recently?
That's on a climax combo.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Like, they're not going to print a just generic
they're
Fumio.
Not gonna, yeah, they're not just going to print on play Fumio for 2 anymore, because that's too good. It's like how they stopped doing climax stock swappers, and now we only get stock shuffles.
Yeah, but it's Fumio for 1 is just so unbearably bad.
No, like it has won me games. Like when
it comes up, it's just it matters less than Fumio 2. But Fumio 2 is way too strong.
I've ran Fumio 1 so much, and I can count on one hand the amount of times I used it.
The thing is, Fumio 2 can just by itself win you a game.
Yeah, until it doesn't.
Fumio 2 can win you a game if Fumio 1 makes your chances better. And
yeah,
also,
it's definitely going to make your chances better, but
you only really use it when you see that your opponent has a thick graveyard and not a lot of climaxes.
Yeah, but like this deck also seems pretty decently expensive. Like, let's say you wanted a Fumio and Shifu.
No.
Like that's now
7 stock.
That's not that expensive.
Yeah, 7 stock, 7 hand.
Yeah, just because you have to just play Yuki.
Yeah. But that's not all that expensive. Like 7 stock.
Just play Yuki QP.
Yeah. And you remember we have the Brainstormer that just gives you plus hand size.
Gives you plus 1 hand size, yeah. So
that's true, but Fumio 1 still feels real bad for me. I'll give it a B plus. I can't go any higher than that. I can't.
I mean, I was just gonna give it a B plus anyway, just because it's a solid card, but it's nothing that makes it super good. It's just like a very good. You're happy to have a decompression tool in your set.
Yeah, decompression tools are nice. It's just
Like,
these
it's like
ones never
there's
felt
a
good for me.
scaling system. Like Fumio 1 rates over like stock shuffle and shit, but it goes like Fumio 1 stock swap is over that, and then Fumio 2 is just the king of
Yeah, of
decomp.
course.
Yeah. Alrighty. Who?
Like the amount of times you're gonna have the opportunity to reasonably decompress your opponent without shuffling back too many climaxes is, especially when you're trying to close the game out, is not very
Just depends.
Yeah.
often.
It just depends on your opponent's deck state. Alrighty. So who is this? We have switched so many times. I'm
we'll
completely
just
lost.
do Space Cowboy.
Okay.
We'll just continue the.
This is
Yeah.
Suguri. Continuous because plus 2/5 for each game character in your backstage, so caps out at 10/5. When this card attacks, if accelerators in your climax area and you have 2 more other game characters, look at top 4 of your deck, choose 1 game character, show it to your opponent, add it to your hand, put the rest in your waiting room, and then gets free double trigger. Pretty silly.
She's
It's
accelerating.
fine. Not a bad level 2 combo.
Yeah, it refunds you the stock you play the level 2, and it's on a shot, so you're more likely to hit those cancel burns off the double trigger.
Yeah.
Which is pretty neat. And it's got some good deck speed. And
It's survivable.
It sits at a decently sized body at 11.5. You stick an assister, like just in a level assist.
Oh, yeah.
A level
I'm about to
assist
say,
back there, that brings her up to 13k. And that's
well,
back-
it's 10/5 base.
Yeah, 10.5 base and 12k. I'm lying.
Yeah.
No.
It's fine.
No.
It's all right.
10.5.
It's not that
It would
bad.
be 11.5 because I'm thinking of 3 and not 2. But like, yeah, that's
Okay.
still defendable.
Yeah, and you have like
we saw the free
counters.
backup, and we'll get to a really good backup later on.
Yeah, it's decent.
Yeah, it's silly. Eight.
All right. The
eight
price
shot,
of playing it
woo!
is playing a level 2 combo.
I mean,
The
having
price of
free
playing
double
it is
trigger,
playing shot, honestly.
having free double trigger with shot is a very finale.
Yeah,
Pretty nice.
yeah. So now
Okay.
it's
All right.
me.
So now it's you. Yes.
Yeah. Assist all your game. Oh, Natsubi. This funny little chef. Natsubi.
Oh, it's not a level assist. It's just.
It's a frontal 15 assist. She's a chef, not to be confused with the character cook. Different characters.
Different character entirely. She's not cook. She's not Natsumi. She just likes to cook. She is also not a yandere, despite how she looks. She just wants to make everyone food.
Yeah, she's just very careful with her knife. Assist. All your game characters in front of this get 1500 power and 5 stock. All players that are level 3 or higher puts the top 4 cards at the top of their clock into their waiting room. So she heals
Everyone heals 4.
Yeah.
It's
So now
flavorful.
So hear me
It's
out.
flavor.
Hear me out. We just go super hard on the stock acceleration with Yuki QP. Slam this in our back row. And then we can heal as much as we want. And then
Well, you can only heal when both players are level 3, though.
No, if yeah, but yeah.
If you're about to die, and your opponent's
you're-
about to die, you can reset to early 30.
if your opponent is at 3-2 and you're at 3-4, you can pay 5 stock to go back down to 3-0, and then you can play your Tomomos to get to 3-2.
You can play your Tomomos after spending 5 stock, and now you're starving for resources.
But that's why we're playing Yuki QB.
True, but they don't know that yet.
They do know that. We saw the card earlier.
Oh, right, yeah.
This guy over here.
I was thinking
this
the other
guy,
Yuki.
this nerd.
That is my fault. That is my fault.
Chat,
You
kill this
idiot.
man with hammers.
You're right. But anyway, see, I don't like killing my opponent.
That's
Sometimes it's
stab
worth.
man.
Sometimes it's worth. Like if you have like the kill power anyway, like
Like-
killing your opponent for 1 isn't gonna matter.
Like, the nicest part about this is assisting your Suguris
Oh
to
yeah, you can assist
as
your
if they were level
Suguris
3s.
if they were level 3s. Assisting anything
At
as
the
if
end
they're
of the
level 3s
day,
is pretty nice.
it is better than the other sister. It
Yeah,
just has a funny secondary effect.
yeah, it's
Like you can put
E
this
plus.
behind Sugity,
Yeah.
and it makes it a lot better.
Yeah.
And
If you're
like,
gonna
you
run
don't have to
Suguri,
use
you're
the
gonna
needle.
want to run this one just to have the better assist effect.
uh. Speaking of things that we can assist, this is Fanta.
Core manager. This one's me. All right. So, 3/2 Soul Trigger. If your waiting room has 2 or less climax, this gets -1 level in hand. So it's a 2 or less climax early play. When it's placed on stage from hand, you may put the top card of your clock into waiting. So early play healer. When it's placed on stage from hand, if you have another game character, this character gets plus 2k power till end of your opponent's next turn. So as long as you have a character on your field and you play it, it's just going to be a static 11k, which is pretty good. Early
healer
play,
is my
early,
least favorite early play condition.
What, 2 or less CX?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
2 or less CX is rough, but at least it's like don't have
It
this specific character in clock because that
it
is much harder to
depends
get.
on your character. It depends. It depends on how like good you can handle your deck speed. Like if you
Yeah.
have very good control
Yeah.
over your deck speed, 2 or less condition is like negligible. But if you're like a deck that can't go through the deck at all, then
It's a little crippling.
It's pretty crippling. However, being 11k cross turn is pretty nice.
Yeah, especially when we just saw
Not
Natsumi.
including assists as well. Yeah.
Not including assists. So,
Pretty nice.
It's a solid card. It's probably just gonna be like one of the generic staples you'll run in any OJ deck.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Early play healers are early play healers.
Yeah. Space Cowboy.
Next one, Ball Breaker. I mean, Star Breaker.
I mean, come on. Look at those little flaily arms.
Look at that stupid little face.
Yeah, murder.
We love her. Yes, exactly.
Auto. Put one other game character from stage to waiting room. When it's placed on stage, you may pay the cost. If you do, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose a card from among them, put it into your hand. Choose one, put it in your stock, and sack the other one. And then auto. Pay 3, ditch 2. When it attacks, burn 5. Funny off finisher.
Big
It is
damage.
a pretty nice
Yeah.
off finisher.
Big damage
High,
for the
high cost.
big damage.
Well, not to
lady.
play at least. It's sack, stock 1, 1 to hand, 1 to
It's
grave.
Well, I meant
essentially
for
a-
the finisher.
Oh.
Well, it's essentially a pay 2 ditch 1. Because you pay 2 stock to play it, and then you refund a stock and a hand.
Yeah.
I was talking for the attack.
That's what we're.
Well, the
that
attack
is what
is-
we're talking about.
Is
Yeah.
it pay 3? I can't see it.
It is pay 3, yeah.
It's pay 3.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's fine.
It's a fine off finisher. It's not awful.
'Cause all you need
It's
is-
probably
all you
gonna
need
get
is
Dealing
one
canceled.
five,
stock.
dealing 5 is quite a bit cringe because it's a lot, but if it sticks, then they're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, all you need is one stock, like, going into your attack phase, because you just swing the other 2 lanes and swing this
Yeah.
one. You'll always have it.
Well, if you're not
mm.
doing anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just all you need. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too terrible, but yeah, it's probably gonna cancel on 5. Let's be honest.
But you can Fumio burn 5.
Oh, yeah,
You
okay,
could
sure,
Fumio
my
burn
bad.
5. It's going to Supers in 2025. Woo!
I'm crying by not bringing it to top 8 again.
All right.
Or by
it's,
doing it, I don't know.
Mr. Subarashi himself.
Barashi.
Malt. He cannot attack, and the character facing this card cannot side attack. And then you can pay 3, ditch 2. After the character facing this card attacks, you may pay the cost. If you do, deal X damage to your opponent twice. Where X is the character facing this soul.
Could be pretty funny. Decently expensive, considering you can't like have him build his own stock either.
Yeah.
Might be a little rough, but It's
So
a goofy body.
so 4 Yuki, 4 QP.
Oh,
Okay,
as for
dude.
that, this card can attack. And okay,
Yeah.
never mind. This is garbage.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
big though.
it is
Yeah.
very it is okay. It is decently big, but the fact that it cannot build its own stock and you just have to
Yeah.
let it sit there is
You
kind
have
of
to
bad
let it
because now
sit
you're just
there, but
basically
then
you're turning your game and your opponent's game into dual lane
yeah, so
because they could just
It is
ignore
very
it.
funny for
they could
standby if you
ignore it.
stand right out in the front row,
They could
like
ignore it,
defensively.
but then they're dipping themselves out on resources as well. Which I mean,
True.
yeah.
I will say this:
It's
this is
it's
a
still
very
not great.
funny standby card. That if you're like you're at their finisher, you can just stand by this in one of your other lanes, so when they swing into it, you can burn them.
Yeah, and like
Yeah,
that saves the stock on using the effect.
Yeah.
yeah. This would definitely be like standby exclusive. I don't think anyone would want to play this from hand.
Yeah.
No, it not being able to swing is really bad.
All right.
Yeah.
Unless you have anything that has like a retreat, like after it attacks, it can retreat.
Like a pay
Like
one mana to the back row, or Jesse,
Yeah,
what the
something
fuck?
like that.
Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about?
Anything that has a retreat, like Yashino, where it can swap spots.
During the opponent's turn?
Oh, Yoshino. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So like the 1/1 Yoshino from
Yeah.
Dao.
Like anything on
Like-
attack with like it can retreat.
That's
Like if it could like
yeah.
swap its own place or have something like swap places
now
with
I
it.
see. Like how it's effect.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking like the opponent having that effect.
No,
Yeah,
it's like on their attacks you can.
Yeah,
Like,
now I get it. I'm picking
move shit
I'm picking
around.
up what you're putting down.
It'd be.
That could be funny if we had something like that, but
Yeah.
I do not think we do.
All
All right, I'm glad I got this card.
No, I thought I got it.
No, I got this one.
Oh yeah, you got this card.
You just did Malt.
Shut up.
right. Oh, Mom. Anyway, so
Mom said it's my
this
turn to
card
Xbox.
is complicated. All right, so it's a 2-1 event. Okay, that's the simplest part about it. All right, so let's break this down. Choose one character on your field and one character on your opponent's stage. Both players take note of their character's power, soul, cost, and level. The character's power divided by 1000 rounded up, so things that have low power don't instantly die, become their HP with a max of 5. Their level -2 becomes their defense. 1 minus their cost becomes their evasion. And their attack becomes their soul +1, then initiate battle. And your opponent also initiates battle. So you'll initiate battle, and then your opponent will initiate their own battle. So, initiating battle. Both of you are going to take turns rolling dice. So, roll a 6-sided die and add your attack stat to your roll. So, if you have like 1 soul, that's going to be your attack roll. It's going to be your 6-sided die +2, because that's going to be 1 soul +1. Then the opposing player chooses to evade or defend and rolls a 6-sided die and adds the chosen modifier. So you choose whether to defend or evade, and you'll add the modifier to your roll. If they choose to evade, the character's HP is decreased by the attack roll unless they roll higher than the attack roll. So let's say Earthweave and Fire rolls a 3 on his yeah, sure. He rolls a 3 on his attack. He rolled a 1 +2,
yeah.
rolled a 3. Space Cowboy rolls just a 6 on his die.
What did he choose? Did he choose evade or did he choose?
In this case, he chose evade because we're talking about evade.
Okay.
So let's say he rolls a 6 on his evasion. 6 is higher than 3, so he takes no damage. If they choose, I know, right? If they choose to defend, their character's HP is decreased by the difference between attack and defense, with a minimum of 1 HP being lost. So if we'll take the same situation, Earthweave and Fire rolls a 3, Space Cowboy rolls a 6. 3 minus 6 is -3, but you can only ever take at least 1 damage. So you'll take 1 damage. But if Earthweave and Fire rolled the 6, and Space Cowboy rolled the 3, he would take 3 damage from his HP. And again, HP is defined by their power divided by 1000. So if he has like an assister in the back row that's like 3k, his HP would be reduced to 0 in this scenario, and the character would die because its power would be reduced to 0. As the next line says, any character whose HP is reduced to 0 this way is treated as having 0 power. So, for those unfamiliar, this is recreating the battle system in 100% Orange Juice. This is forcing your opponent to roll dice to see whose character gets to die or if nothing ends up happening. So, best case scenario, you spend a stock and you kill something on their board. Worst case scenario, you spend a stock and something on your board dies. So you got to pick and choose your battles carefully.
Yes, because your opponent also initiates battle, so they also get a chance to do the attack roll, and then you have to decide if
whether you evade or defend. Yeah. So after your attack finishes, then it's going to be the opponent's turn to attack you. So you got to be careful who you're choosing to attack.
Yeah, try to get something with like small amount of power. However, if they do have a low cost, they have higher evasion. So
yes, so lower costs will have higher evasion. Higher levels will have higher defense.
Yeah.
So things that are low cost will be a bit more likely to die because now they have to roll strictly higher than what you're rolling for your attack. But it's still possible that they just evade and then kill you right back because you can't roll dice.
And you just see who gets fucked over the least.
Yes, it is the 100% Orange Juice card. Yeah. You wanted to roll dice in your card game, right?
Yeah.
What?
100%. 100%.
Yeah, 100% bullshit.
100% bullshit. Yep.
100% of the time, it works every time.
Woo! Let me just make this a little legible. Yeah, there we go. 100% bullshit. Alrighty.
Yes.
Now it is Space's turn.
And here's the good counter of the set.
I love this counter.
Shield counter. The 2/1. Choose one of your game characters until end of turn. It gets plus 4k. And on reverse, memory kick. 4k memory kick.
The mem kick backup event from Attack on Titan.
Yeah, like set 1.
It is very good.
I wouldn't call. I don't think that one never saw play. You can play it
on your turn.
That one never really saw play, but there was also no way to get into that card. You have a top check 3 brainstormer in this set, and there's a card in red that can get events. However, you got to get lucky on that card.
Yeah. Either way, I would still probably run like 1 or 2 of these just because, like, you could also play it on your turn. So there's a lot of on reverse things. So this could definitely give you the extra power you need to get over something.
Yeah.
Also, it lets like some of your stuff, like the 2/1 Suguri, like actually like contest, like like really big early play. Really big.
It's a good card. It is a good card. I'm giving it an A+. I love this card.
Only downside is it's an event, but
I think that's a plus side.
No, because it's a plus side. The fact that you can make it gets itself 1k extra power, and that you can do it on your turn. But it's a downside of the fact that it's a lot harder to get into.
Yeah, that's true.
So, again,
you do have the Aru.
Yeah, the card can be good, but if you can never reliably get into it, then what's the point of even running it?
Yeah,
that's true. I'll still give it A+ because I think it's extremely valuable, especially for something like Tomomo.
Yeah, I'm giving it the C.
Yeah, mem kick.
Yeah, just because
it's a mem kick.
It's all right. Alrighty.
It's the high tier of mem kicks where it can beat over pretty much anything. 4k is a lot.
Yeah. Alrighty. On to the next color. Ooh, we got 2 colors today, baby.
2 colors.
Me, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is you.
I get to read about the Catboy Twink. All right.
Correct.
Cupid.
The Gay Boy's crush.
Put one card from your hand into your waiting room. On play, reveal top card of your deck. Choose a level X or lower character from your graveyard. Return to your hand. X is the revealed card's level. So it is a Rico effect, which is always a good filter tool. And then also on play, you can mill 2. If you hit a climax, you can discard a card to search your deck for a character. So Rico is already, like, you could just have, like, a vanilla Rico, and, like, you would definitely want to play it, because it's just a good filter tool. Having the chance to, like, also get a deck filter, too, is pretty nice.
Really good in standby.
I'm giving this the B. B.
Yeah, I'll join with the B on that. It's fine. It's solid.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of.
It's really stupid in standby. Just that profile makes standby so consistent.
Well, what made like the standby decks where they're like this type of profiles, they also had like the draw effect attached to it, like Nino and James Ironwood. Like just straight Rico isn't as good in standby as like those other effects, like Cowgirl.
It still can mill
because those are like double filters. Because those are double filters. Like this.
I'm just looking at it as a pure just like mill engine card.
Sometimes you don't want to mill though.
I know, but opening up,
it's still a nice utility to have, especially for standby.
Yeah, I'm not saying saying it's a bad card. I think it's a pretty good card, but
you wouldn't really run it in anything besides standby. I think.
No, you would run it in other things.
I mean, it's a Rico.
It's Rico. You'd want to run it in other things.
Also, the second one, it is deck speed, and the cost is not mandatory, so you could whiff on it and not go neg one hand.
Yeah. So it's an alright card. I would run it as like a 1 or 2 of.
All right, Helena. When your climax is placed on stage. Placed into your climax area, choose one of your game characters and roll a 4-sided die. That character gets plus X power until end of turn, where X is your result times 500. So whenever you place a climax, you get to roll dice to get some power, which is fine.
Roll my dice.
Roll my dice.
Roll my dice.
Brainstorm. Pay 1 tap, flip 4 cards top of deck, salvage 4 climaxes. So it's a salvage brainstorm with
That's brainstormer.
Nah,
I don't know if I'd run it over Aru.
Bro, what do you mean? Draw 2, ditch 1.
It's nice. Salvage brainstorm is nice, but
pump
like
2K.
I'd rather run the Aru, especially with the the events.
The spawn brainstormer.
Shit, you're so right. I think it depends on your deck. Like,
are you caring about the events more, or are you just caring about just like more consistency?
Yeah.
That's true.
If you're okay with not running Shield Counter and not running Gentleman's Battle, there's not really like a.
It also depends on your salvage tools. Like, what do you have available to you to access your waiting room?
The thing is, like, salvage brainstormers are just the better brainstormers because search could whiff on the card you specifically need because you hit it off the brainstorm.
That's true.
Just run more copies, 5-head.
Oh shit, you're right. My bad.
Yeah. Yeah. This is definitely.
But salvage brainstormers, I will agree, they are just good.
Also,
I don't know if I'd run it over the Aru in this set just because I feel like it's giving a little bit less value.
Deck dependent, I think.
Yeah.
It depends on how much you value events and if you run events.
But the Aru also gives hand size.
It does.
You have to remember.
It just depends on the type of deck you're playing. Like if I'm playing like level 2 Sugity and I don't really have like a level 1 game plan, I would probably much rather prefer this card.
That's true. Yeah.
Aru.
Yeah. Free pump's nice.
Yeah. And like the free pump
on climax placement though.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly free.
Yeah, and you just gotta not roll a 1.
Yes. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Next card.
Next meme.
Cowboy.
You. Bossy.
ML. When this card's placed on stage, look at top 2 cards on your opponent's deck. You put them back in the original order, just information so you can know whether or not you're swinging straight into climaxes. And then when climax is played in the climax area, it bounces back to hand. Choose character gets plus 1k and can look at top 2, keep 1, leave 1. Or keep 1, ditch 1.
So you're choosing your
Yeah, choose
your
your
triggers.
trigger. Yeah, cruise effect.
Yeah.
Helpful for standby.
Yeah,
Good
You
card.
definitely
like-
run it in that.
and you don't have. I mean, you could run in like other things just because you could essentially just
Well-
like repeatedly top check 2
Yeah.
anytime you
Yeah.
play a
Oh,
climax.
this could also help with oh god, I'm blanking. Tell 'em
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could because you frees up a slot. Like,
Yeah.
let's say you have, I don't know, Starbreaker, 2 Tomomos. Yeah, Starbreaker, 2 Tomomos, an assist in Arnell. You
And
can
it gives you hand back.
pop the Arnell back to hand.
Yeah.
Targeting the Starbreaker. And then you use your Tomomos. And then, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
pretty spicy.
Not bad, not bad.
Love this profile for standby. Mandatory 2 of in standby.
Nah, mandatory
Sucky.
1 of. Fuck you. I'm high rolling.
Crying.
Eat my ass.
Sucky.
I will.
I'm wet. Saki, it's my turn. On play, Morty, put one of your other characters from stage into your waiting room. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for a climax, reveal it to your opponent, choose a climax from your hand, reveal it to your opponent, and exchange them, and shuffle your deck. And then on play, you can choose a game character and pump it 15k. Or 1500, not 15k. That'd be way too good.
Pretty nice.
I really like
Decent
this.
climax swap. I like it too. It depends on what you're trying to sack. But
I mean, if you have like a random plussing 0, then like
you could also hear me out.
Can
Stack
pop
the
QP.
QP.
sack the QP and stock it. Oh!
Whoa!
Where's also the on play 1500 is not nothing to
nice.
sneeze at. That's a sizable.
And it doesn't say other too, so you can
yeah,
give
you
it to
can just
itself.
give her
and
to
just-
herself, and she's a
swing for
vanilla.
3K.
She's a vanilla.
The
Yeah.
thing is, she's also the only card we've seen so far, and probably the only one in the set that can actually exchange climaxes,
Yeah.
which makes it a good card.
Makes it
Makes it
probably
playable.
essential in like every deck.
At least one.
At least one. But who wouldn't want to look at Saki anyway?
Maybe me.
How dare you? I'll
You're
fight
right,
you.
guy. I don't want it.
What are you gonna do, big guy? Shit on me?
Maybe.
Ooh. Don't threaten me
All
with a
right.
good time.
Next up, Chicken.
Chicken.
0-0. When this card is placed on the stage from hand, roll a 6-sided die. If you rolled a 3 or higher, choose one of your opponent's character and it gets -1 level until end of turn. Interesting. When this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, if you have another game character, you may choose one level 0 or lower character in your opponent's stage and kill it. So, Chicken's funny. It could have some synergy with the other bomb that we got, the variable bomb.
Yeah, the chiropractor, that one, yeah.
Yeah. So you'd be rolling dice more, but you could.
Just run Popo.
It-
Just run Maria Popo.
Yeah, but this one doesn't hurt you.
Yeah, but no, that's what I'm saying. Like, you run Marie Popo so you can get better odds with your dice.
Oh, okay, that's what you mean. That's true. But
I
this
like-
gives you another opportunity to help bomb something.
Yeah,
whether
I
it
also
be
like
through
this.
the.
So let's say your opponent's a bitch and they're playing Nino. Nino has small level 0s, so you can turn their level 1 standby targets into level 0s.
And then just
you
bomb them.
Yeah, and you just kill them.
Chimpkin.
Chimkin funny.
He's funny.
Yeah.
It's fine. It could be
Yeah.
some anti-standby tech.
Yeah, like you just
it's
say
funny.
that if you're playing into standby and they know you're playing 100% orange juice, they essentially have to play the are they running chicken or not game. Because if they're running chicken, then they can just lose all the advantage from standbying out their 1/1s in the front row.
Chimpkin is funny.
Or they could hand encore, but you're spending another card. Or if you're playing against something like Hololive where they don't have hand encore, you just fucking shit their ass.
which is annoying.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Is goofy.
Uh, Krillalaris. I love this funny hobo.
Real is funny for sure.
This is
But this one is Space Cowboy.
Yeah.
Good, because I didn't know how to pronounce her name. Thanks for saying it for me. When this
You're
card's
welcome.
placed on stage, from your hand, roll a 6-sided die, look at the X cards. From the top of your deck, choose up to one event from among them, reveal it to your opponent, put it in your hand, put the rest into the waiting room. And if you put one card in your hand, choose one card in your hand, put it into your waiting room. X is equal to the result. So it can dig for events.
Yeah.
Then,
If you rolled good enough, like fucking, if you
Yeah,
roll
but it
like
can
a
also like if it's the
one,
top card, like
it just roll a one.
And it has
it's some variable free mill.
Yeah.
the Sylvia effect of being able to pay one or clock yourself for double trigger, which is pretty good.
It's
double
pretty.
trigger.
It's actually pretty
The
fantastic.
double trigger in fucking 8-shot. Woo!
Like with all the things that cost a fuck ton of stock, this is pretty important for building stock, especially early.
I mean, you could technically drop 3 of these and then clock yourself 3 times going first.
Yeah, and
Trigger
now you,
six.
Trigger
yes,
6.
and now you have 6 stock, and you also milled a fuck ton.
Yeah.
Nah, you rolled 1 on every single krill.
Okay, you milled 3.
No, you rolled 0.
You're right. You're so right, girl boss.
I still think that this card's really good.
It
Yeah, I'm giving it.
I
A.
think
don't.
that second effect,
I
not
think
the dig.
I think
The
I'm gonna give
dig
it a
is
B.
fine,
Like, if
but the second effect is very
yeah,
good.
the second effect's good, but I think you can just like do doo-doo fart on the first effect, and it just feels like a worse Sylvia effect because
Yeah, but you could also do so much better.
you could do so much better. But yeah, that exactly. If my opponent plays this card, they're gonna roll a 5 or 6.
Yes,
But when I
exactly.
play this card, it's like a big like black man named Requise put a bed sheet over my head and proceeded to skull fuck me.
And you don't enjoy that?
But like,
I
I think the
plead the
second
fifth.
effect makes up for like how varied the first one could be.
Yeah.
Just because of how much stock is needed for a lot of these cards.
Yeah.
This guy's just ungrateful.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Yeah. I've been spoiled. Fucking my uncle spoiled me when I was young.
Whoa.
Whoa.
At least you had an uncle.
All right.
Alright, Kyoko.
This one's you.
This is me, yeah. She cannot side attack. And on attack, roll a 6-sided die, pump a character 500 times the result. Pretty whatever.
You don't have to choose one of your other characters, so she could also pump herself.
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't know if I'd run it over like QP just because QP can go to stock somehow, but it's not. I don't think it's D. I feel like it's at least
C
C, like-
minus. We'll do that. I'll do C minus just for you, baby girl.
I don't think it's that bad. I think you
It
guys
just
might
doesn't
be
really
underrating
do a
this
whole
little bit.
lot. All it does is pump, and like that's it.
Yeah, it beats, but there's a lot of zeros that do that. And
Yeah,
I don't think
that's what I'm
it's
saying. There's like other zeros that can pump. So
It also
yeah,
can't
but
side
it's not
attack.
like egregious.
yeah.
That is a bad, in my opinion. Like, because
Yeah,
you can't
but
use it
you
to
can
pump
also
over
just-
level 1s. Like,
Or
you
you could just
have to-
get bigger than the level 1 by rolling dice and rolling well enough.
Yeah, just roll better.
Just roll
Oh,
a
yeah, my
6 and then pump it 3k. So now you're a 6k.
My bad.
Yeah, but who out here is gonna be rolling 6s?
Your opponent.
Yeah, you're right. The best. Yeah, all these dice roll cards are just like if your opponent's playing the game, it's the best card ever. If you're playing the game, it's the worst card ever.
Yes, exactly.
It's just like OJ.
Perfect.
All right.
All right, this one's me.
Yep, this is you.
All right, Mescal.
No, this is Mescal. This isn't you.
You're so right, girl boss.
Mm.
All right, continuous. All of your opponent's characters get encore for 2. So, at the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, if this is in your center stage, you may reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a level 1 or higher, you may return this card to your hand. If you do, put the top card of your deck face down as a level 0, cost 0, 300 power character with 1 soul named Pirate Crew Member. With the following ability. At the start of Encore step, put this card on the bottom of your deck. So it bounces itself back to hand, which would remove the encore effect. Not that it particularly matters. But it replaces itself with a body that's going to go back to your deck anyway. And since it has to be a level 1 or higher, it gives you knowledge on potential triggers like towards the end.
Yeah, but you're gonna shuffle your deck by that point.
Nah, not if you're not running. Not. Nah, you're just
Not
not.
if you're
because,
just running triple Sugary and double
Yeah, my
triggering
bad.
every turn.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm an idiot.
This is just like a really funny coin flip.
It's decent.
It's fine. It might be a little worse than just like bouncing back to hand
Well,
when
not
something
really.
attacks it.
No, because it's replacing itself with a body on bounce, so you're going plus.
Well, you're going plus anyway.
No. So like, let's say the effect was if it's a level 1 or higher from the attack. So like they attack you, and then you do
Oh.
the effect.
Well, I mean,
I feel
Yeah,
like
it's the
this is
same thing.
slightly worse than that. No, because now you're giving them a potential reverse too.
well, they're both 3Ks. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
giving them
no-
reverse, so
yes.
it doesn't really matter if you
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying it's potentially worse, but it's also giving you
because it is a
some extra
mandatory.
knowledge.
It's a mandatory replace with the pirate crew member.
Yes.
The thing is, like,
And it's
not
also
many
deck
things
speed.
run on reverse.
It's not deck speed because it's going back to the bottom of the deck.
Well, it's digging you closer to a climax. What I mean.
Yeah. It gives
Okay.
you knowledge, and it could just reveal climaxes.
Well, if you reveal level 1 or lower, it's mandatory that you bounce it to your hand.
No-
Level 1 or higher,
no,
it's
yeah.
mandatory you bounce it to your hand, and you put that card face down.
I know what I'm saying. It can dig you closer to a climax.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
Like,
you were
it
talking
could.
about, like, trigger stuff as if that matters because it's on your opponent's turn.
No, I'm saying it could just reveal a climax, so you know you're
Yeah.
going to get one damage not going
Yeah.
through.
Yeah. But it's got some good parts about it, bad parts about it. It's interesting nonetheless. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
That's cute.
I think it's pretty decent.
B.
I think it's pretty decent.
At least it's not like milling a climax if you reveal one.
Yeah. So, like, fucking mill runners.
Yep.
Fine.
Crying and pissing and shitting myself. All right.
Next card.
Next MAME.
Am I doing both of these or just one?
You can just do tomato, and I'll do Mew.
Okay. I'm doing this funny red lady tomato.
No. You should do both because I want to talk about the one after Mimeu.
Well, no, that's Space does tomato. I do
Yeah.
Mew. You
And
do
then
the next one. Yeah.
No, I want the one after that one.
After
Okay.
the one after Mew.
Yes.
Then I'll just do the next one.
Okay, fine.
Okay, I'll do both of these. You do the next
Fine.
one, and then...
We figured it out.
Okay. When this card becomes reversed, runs level 1 or lower, so it's a level 1 bomb. The Encore step of this card is reverse. Pay the cost, choose one Mimikyu, and you put it in the stage where this card was. And then Mimikyu. This card can't be played from hand. It's a 0/1 cost. With this card's frontal attack, look at the top card of your deck. Leave it on top, put it in your waiting room. Put the top card of your deck in your clock when this card comes reverse. You put the tomato back to stage, rested.
So
Very
they're
funny bomb loop.
so they're like swapping between the two of
Yeah, when one dies, it brings out the other, and then when the other dies, it goes back to the EOG.
Yeah. Needs a lot of cards to make it like work, but
It's a
I mean
8-card
Tomato's-
package, but if you're running like a level 2 game, this is like definitely a solid like +1 lineup.
Yeah, if you're running Sugary, for example, this is definitely something that's viable since you could just continuously loop the level 1 until you get to 2.
And also helps
Notably-
Mm-hmm.
the Mew also helps dig for climaxes, so
And it could also potentially reverse a card that can't be reversed by cost zeros.
Let me
I mean,
look at
it's a
something
one.
real
If it's a
quick.
The one cost.
if you play 3, if you play 3 or 4,
You roll 6 dice.
and you roll, so we have 4 tomatoes, right? not tomatoes. We have 4 Tomomo casuals, and
Well,
we
I mean,
roll
it
a
wouldn't even have
3
to
on
be
all.
Tomomo casual.
Shut up. And we
Okay,
roll a
okay,
3 on
okay.
all of them. That is 4 times. That's 12. So we don't even have to do that much. So if we have two. If we have 2 Tomomo casuals and we roll a 3 on both of their pump effects, this is a 7K. However, this is also assuming that this is on your turn with Mew, which is a card that we can't play from hand. So we would have had to stand by it in our back row or something, move it up our next turn, and then slam our Tomomos.
Yeah.
It's still funny.
It is it's a thing we can physically do.
It's just a worse nice explosion, Megumin.
Who?
It's a Megumin's a level 1 bomb who has hand encore.
Yeah, but hand encore doesn't plus you.
Yeah, but this one, there's a lot involved with this package. Also, having the other card not being able to be played is a pretty rough condition.
I mean, just stand by it out at
'Cause
level
it
0.
is a dead card.
Well, not if you filter it.
Yeah. Play Yuki. Filter it.
Well, you can say that about a lot of things, but like
Yeah, just draw better.
Just roll better.
You also gotta read cards like in context of themselves, not just based on like what they could do with other cards. Like just by itself, like in a vacuum.
By itself, Mew and Tomato is not super good. However, within the context of the set where we have quite a few filter tools,
It's funny.
But look how goofy they are.
Look at the Tomato's got
Look at Mimiu's stupid face.
Yeah, look at Tomato's bomb. she's a bomb because she has the bomb. It's Kadani, you've done it again. But actually, like B-. Alrighty then.
It is
Next card.
goofy.
Tequila. 1/0 4K. If you have another pirate crew member in your center stage, this card gets plus 2K power. And then on play, you can pay 1 to face down the top card of your deck as a pirate crew member, and in turn, put it on the bottom of your deck. It's a plussing,
it is a card.
It's a plussing level 1, essentially.
Is it?
Yeah, because it gets you a body. It's like a Ramorous, if you think about it. It's like a really bad Ramorous.
You're also giving
Rammus
yourself
is
an
not
open lane.
Compressing your deck.
Yeah, you would give. Well, that's the same thing with Ramorous.
Oh, okay, well. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like what?
That's
I
what
would.
funny.
Rammus is gonna compress your deck.
See, Ramorous is gonna compress your deck, and you can choose any cost 0 thing in your waiting room.
Okay, I'll follow the pack on this one.
Tequila,
It's just a very,
Tequila just
card.
says, "Fuck you. You're fighting a pirate crew member now."
This is something that's really funny. If you could like have 2 souls, so you always just spam bodies.
Yeah, that's true.
Or you just
Two
roll
soul,
high
yeah.
with Mark.
Or Mark,
True.
yeah.
Mark very annoying.
Alrighty, Fanta.
Be dangerous! I fucking love QP Dangerous. Okay, so she's a level 1 cost 0. This card gets plus 1,000 power for each marker underneath it. At the beginning of your climax phase, choose up to 3 cards with pudding in their name from your waiting room and put them face up in any order underneath this card as markers. The climax combo at the start of Encore Step, if Sweet Guardian is in your climax area, choose up to 1 marker underneath this card and return it to hand. At the end of turn, put all markers underneath this card into your waiting room.
Went fucking feral. Put her down.
For real. I
Too
love the
dangerous to be
flavor
left
of this
alive.
card. For real. So she's interesting. You have event selection with her, with those 4 specific events, with the different pudding cards. We'll get a bit more into those in the next couple of slides. But she is goofy. I love the flavor of her getting power for having puddings basically in her hand. It's great. And then the climax combo of getting her the puddings. Well, okay, no, the climax. Okay, whatever. You get the idea. Yeah, the climax combo getting her the puddings the same way her hyper gets her puddings. It's
Notably,
funny.
you can compress 9. You could, on the last attack, reshuffle your deck, clock 1, and then send 3 to grave, keep 3. Or send 7 to grave, keep
6.
3.
Right.
6. You're right.
Six.
I'm mathing.
Mathing is hard. It's okay.
But could compress 9.
Yeah, can compress 9 at level 1, which is fucking crazy.
You got to get there
and
first.
give you
Like, yeah,
whatever
you can.
your event is that you chose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty funny card. Really like this one. God, I love QP Dangerous.
I think what really makes this card good is the events.
The events are pretty damn good.
Because like 2 of the events are just like filter tools, which is pretty nice. One's deck speed and the other's salvaging. One of them heals you, and then one of them is goofy.
We'll get there when we get there. We'll get there.
How the fuck did you manage to mess this up?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Okay, I'll fix it.
I'm a boomer.
What the fuck?
Are you having fun?
It's good. Just
You
it's
changed the
Changed the
fucking.
fucking.
Oh my god, dude! There.
Yippee.
All right.
Okay.
All right, chat. Next time you see Space Cowboy at regionals, fucking make fun of him or something.
Okay.
Okay.
You're not gonna
Alright.
say anything I haven't said to myself 3 inches away from the mirror.
All right.
All right.
Yes, Cowboy, you get pudding.
Yippee. 2-1. You pay the cost. You heal 1. It's the heal.
Is fine.
It's
Is
pretty
fine.
whatever.
Is a heal, I guess.
Yeah.
Pudding.
Now-
It does what it does.
Pudding.
Now we talk about peak.
ahead.
Dangerous pudding we got here. Level 3, pay 8. When you play this card, you have to discard 3 game characters, and if you do, your opponent skips their next turn. So
Extremely expensive, but we
Funny
have a lot of
haha.
ways to get stock in this
funny,
set.
haha, you set down Dangerous Pudding as a trap card. Your opponent lands on it. No, you land on it because you're bad at rolling dice, and you skip your next turn.
True.
You're right.
Pudding.
Pudding is more like a D plus.
Pudding.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
you
it's
could use it, but
it's extremely
not.
expensive.
Yeah, you
but,
use
like,
it, but you don't have like a finisher if you use this.
Yeah.
True.
Like
Yeah.
your finisher is I get to take an extra turn and you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with D plus here. It's very situational when you actually want to use it.
Yeah.
It is a Fenway.
Fanta.
No, this one's you.
No, I did.
Oh no, it is.
I
Oh
did
yeah, you're right.
Dangerous
You're right.
Pudding,
You're right. You're
yeah.
right. Portable pudding. All right. So, level 1, 0 cost. Look up to 4 cards on top of your deck. Choose up to one game character from among them. Reveal it to your opponent. Add it to hand. Rest go to waiting room. It's a torch event. It's
But
not on counter.
It's
So it's a
my
slightly
my,
worse.
My Boomer Weiss is showing. This is a camera event. Cameras are the sorcery speed. Top check 4. I'm gonna impregnate both of you.
I mean,
Okay.
generically more known as Torch. Like,
No, because
Beef
Torch is the counter version. Camera is the normal version.
actually, you're wrong. It's actually.
Well, how do you know
pudding.
this is portable pudding?
Yeah. You tell.
Not
you tell
a
him.
camera.
Fanta, snap his balls.
No.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's deck speed.
It's good.
All right.
3 deck speed.
Fuck you.
Pudding.
All right.
All right.
Now,
God, I love this card.
Now it's time for bad pudding.
Bad pudding.
Choose one of your stand characters, rest it. If you do, salvage 2, then ditch a card.
And it's a pay 1.
Yeah, pay 1,
It's-
rest 1, salvage 2, ditch 1.
It's
It's
access to
kinda-
the waiting room.
Yeah,
It's whatever.
I think it's pretty okay.
I think it's pretty decent.
Speaking of like
It's-
Boomer Weiss
it's
showing,
Okay.
y'all have never played Red Nisekoi and it shows.
Yeah, because
Correct.
I don't play bad sets.
Nah, Nisekoi's goated. If it's bad, why do you
But-
use to in waifu format?
I think this is
Because
fine.
you cheat. That's why.
You
You
don't.
should have fucking
it's-
won that game.
You mean you don't cheat?
It's
I do, just not in waifu.
Okay, resolves.
How do you think I topped?
You suck dick.
I mean, I just do that for fun.
Oh
I
shit!
don't
All
do it
right.
to cheat.
Okay. I was unfamiliar with your game. But no.
it's
being
basically
able
pay
to-
1, filter 2 hand. That's basically what this is.
Yeah.
From waiting.
I suck their dick during my turn, so I lose the timing rules.
So like you're playing this with QP Dangerous, like what you're probably doing is, oh no, I drew into my door climax again and I don't have a bunch of QPs in hand. What am I gonna do? You just pay
You just
1,
ba-
rest
bad
1.
pudding.
Bad pudding, get 2 QP Dangerouses back and you loop combo.
It is pretty good, and you don't even have to do it for QP. Like, you can do it to filter the climaxes out of your hand, but you could also use it to grab the elusive finishers if they're just not getting into your hand.
Yeah. It's just good waiting room access.
Yeah. The guy that's saying that salvage brainstormers are the best brainstormers in the game gives a salvaging card. It's a C. I see how it
Because
is.
you're resting. So my thing is this: is that you're resting a character. So you have one. I mean, it's not the worst because if you have like a 2-1 assist, you can just rest that. It
Yeah.
wouldn't,
Or like if
matter.
you don't really want to
You can rest the
You
Got
can
it.
rest
Hold
your
on, thinking
brainstormer
underneath.
and just like be like, I don't want to mess up my dex.
You
the
you
dex
can
state.
rest the
Yeah.
Natsumi. She's not. You don't tap her for any assists, for any
I know.
effects.
Yeah.
Out of the pudding cards, I don't like. This is probably like the third best one in my opinion. It has its uses.
This is
I
the
just don't
second
like-
best one. What are you talking about?
I just don't
This
like
one's
resting
my
a stand
favorite.
character.
I don't know what y'all are on about.
You'd grab pudding over bad pudding.
Which one's pudding?
Pudding's
Oh.
just the
Heal.
heal one.
I mean, it just depends on what deck you're running. Like, if you're running like Suguri and QP, like you don't really have like room for the
You
healer.
also, you also wouldn't have room for a finisher.
Okay.
Yeah, because you'd
Okay.
be running 2 advantage combos.
Yeah.
Nah, you just play 3 Starbreaker. Trust.
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah, you play 3
You play
Starbreaker.
Fumio,
they
3
have the claw,
Starbreakers, and they
and then play
die.
Dangerous Pudding. Trust.
We're
It'll
so
work.
back, bros.
I still think you're like lowballing this card, but I'll digress.
I could go into it, but I'm sure no one wants to hear it.
Maybe I want to hear it. Fucking loser.
Okay. 'Cause I've played similar cards to this, or cards that have the tap a character to go do stuff, like either searching or salvaging. It's just sometimes it hurts when you need to use this card to get cards specifically from zones to go either combo or get whatever you need done, and you end up cucking yourself because you had to tap a character to get to it. I just don't like tapping.
Understandable, but there's a lot of things here that like don't mind being tapped. Like even Tomomo, like you lose out on a dice roll to get a bit bigger, but I don't think that necessarily matters in the long run. And if you're
Anyway, it's a personal. I don't like
that's fair.
tapping
The same
characters.
similar to how I hate the
The one card
Fumio
Fumio,
one.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like everything about the card except for the first bit is good. I just don't like tapping a stand character because it can just cuck you if you have to use this card.
That's fair.
Like, it's really good though if you could use it with the bouncer because you could just tap that, bounce it to your hand.
Exactly.
But at the same point, like, are you using that with QP?
You
Like,
probably
maybe-
could.
You could.
You could. You
could.
absolutely could actually.
But it's just like it's just one specific card that it's great with, and it's like, eh.
Well, it's that. It's
Well, I mean,
Yuki.
it
It's
Tomomo's pretty good because
Tomo's
you're
all
just
right with
losing out
it
on
because you're just losing on the
Natsumi.
dice roll.
Natsumi doesn't tap at all.
Like you definitely have like just like free tap targets, and even then, like again, if I'm playing QP as my combo, I'm probably grabbing portable like two portable puddings and a bad pudding.
One, yeah,
So like if I need to go through my deck, I can use portable pudding. And if I don't need to go through my deck, I can just loop QP
salvage.
with bad pudding or
Yeah,
grab other cards from my drop zone.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's a pretty decent lineup.
But I mean,
I,
we
I
all
like
have different
I like the
opinions.
second part
You
of the
hate
card.
this card. Fanta's like whatever. I love this
I
profile.
don't hate the card. I just
No,
dislike the first
I think
effect.
I think it's decent.
Yeah.
I'm
But no,
I
but
don't think it's
you were like
bad.
this is probably like the second best.
Yeah,
pudding.
because portable pudding's free.
I
Yeah.
maybe I just have
What-
Stockholm syndrome for Marika, but
Probably.
but this is essentially Red Promise Pendant without the memory effect, and I love that card.
So my opinion is this: portable's the best one. It's deck speed and selectivity,
And free.
free. This one's not free. You have to technically neg on an attack, like neg on a character being stand, which could matter. Like maybe not, but could. Uh, pudding is just a heal. So if you're playing a deck that doesn't have either good early play heals, or you're playing like the Sugary or something, where you want to have that on board instead of a healer, it's a heal. Like dangerous is the worst, but like the top three aren't like that far apart. So it's like it's not like a bad card. It's just I would rather portable
Alrighty.
more over than this one.
Yeah, I understand your wrong opinions.
Okay, he's too Marika brained.
Yeah,
Kill this man.
yeah. All right.
Right, now you get to talk about Yuki.
Who, me?
Yes.
Yeah, you're talking about Yuki. If you have two or more other game characters, this card gains the following ability. Continuous. If your clock has an even number of cards, this card gets plus 3,000 power. Otherwise, this card gets negative 3,000 power. And has
And
clock
has
encore.
I fucking hate
Has
this card.
clock encore.
I don't even care about what it does. This card's fucked me several times. I hate this card.
This card's hilarious. I think
It is funny. I wish it had a like something else that could go well for it if you had an odd number of cards, because just getting negged for having odd hurts pretty bad. I wish it would rather just do nothing on odds than have the neg 3k.
But then it won't be a 1075 on turn with clock encore. Think of it this way, all right? Think of it this way. Your opponent's swinging into your 7-5 with like an 8k or something. They're swinging into your 7-5. No. They're swinging into your 1-5 with a 4k. They hit a soul trigger, and you eat the damage, and it sets you to an even number, and now you have a 7-5.
You fucked up the delivery, but I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
It is
Anyway,
goofy.
I played Tomato
but-
and died anyway.
I mean, yeah, you could play Tomato, but this is less deck slots than Tomato.
I know. This card's fucked me, so I hate it.
It
is
is
D tier, but specifically because it's fucked me over like 3 times. I'm giving it F tier.
Nah, I think it's funny. D plus for the funny.
Yeah, F for funny.
F for funny. All right. Yes, Saute. Okay,
Saute.
so 1/1. When this card becomes reversed, if the level of this card's battle opponent is higher than your opponent's level, you may put that character into your opponent's memory. When this card is placed on stage from hand, if you have 4 or more other game characters, you may choose one game character in your wedding room and put it to stock. So it's basically a free memory Adachi. It is quite funny given the flavor of her hyper of just I die you die. I like it.
Adachi. Yeah,
It
it's
it
pretty
is
cute.
it is goofy.
I mean, it's Adachi. It refunds its own
Yeah,
cost, which
so
is
Adachi
great.
that refunds itself, so that's pretty decent.
It is pretty decent.
And it's a memory Adachi, so you can just lock them out of like early play combos or
Yeah.
any like niche
Lock them
situations
out
like
of
that.
like potentially necessary tools.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Or if they stand by something in the front row.
Yeah.
Next
Okay.
card. Mira. 1/1. Character faces cost 0 or lower, cannot become reversed. And pay 1 at the beginning of your opponent's attack phase. You may pay the cost. Choose one of your game characters and exchange them. So okay, so we do.
So we do
We
have a
do have.
swapper for Malt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good standby target.
Yeah, so it could work decently with Malt. Can't be reversed by 0 costs.
Yeah.
This is decent.
Just my one complaint is that it doesn't have a lot of kill power with it.
That's
being
true.
only 500.
But sorry, 5K. But yeah,
5K.
I get where you're coming from. But you also have a lot of ways.
You
to
have a lot of
punch
utility with it.
Dice
So.
rolling, and it lets a card that would necessarily be garbage by itself usable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, you're probably gonna play this in standby only anyway. So.
Yeah.
But notably, if you do stand by like a 2/2 in your back row, you can swap them.
Oh yeah, you can stand and swap, which is pretty neat. It always like throws a wrench into your opponent's plans.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
It makes your standbys a lot more valuable.
Next card, Lone Rider, 2/1 global assist. All your characters gain 1k power, and this ability activates up to 3 times per turn. When you roll the maximum number on a die or higher, choose one of your game characters and it gets 1000 power until end of turn. And then you can discard a card and rest him, roll a 4-sided die, choose a level X or lower character, and return it to your hand. Level X or lower character in your waiting room, return it to your hand. X is equal to your result minus 1. So it's it's like the level 2 Rico from Love Live extra booster, the filter, that can also pump randomly if you roll high enough.
I mean, global 1k isn't bad.
Yeah, global 1k is not bad. Repeatable filter is really nice.
Yeah. And it just giving free power when you roll dice situation will just come up.
Yeah, like
just randomly hit, so it gets plus 1k.
And it can activate up to 3 times. So if you're just rolling dice a lot, you can pump your front row for a global 2k essentially, which is not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
I don't know if you're playing an assister. I don't know if like this is the one you want to be playing. Not Alte.
Yeah.
Mira.
No,
right?
that's not
not
an assister. No.
Hold on.
You're thinking about.
I'm thinking of the chef, not the cook.
Natsumi.
Yeah,
Natsumi.
So yeah, Natsumi is probably like the best assister you've seen so far.
Yeah.
Oh, went too far.
All right, Pomeranius, the goodest boy. So he's a 2/1. When this card is placed on stage from hand, look at up to 4 cards from top of your deck. Choose up to 1 climax from among them. Reveal it to your opponent. Put it into your hand, and the rest go to waiting room. If you put 1 card in your hand, choose 1 card in your hand and put it into your waiting room. And put this card into your waiting room. Choose 1 of your opponent's characters and return it to their hand. So it's a.
It fishes for your client. It's an on-play Kome that can also kill itself to remove something. Yeah.
Also, this is good with that 1/1 bad pudding because you can tap it, do the sack off to bounce something. So that is a good card with it.
Is good.
Yeah.
Kome is really strong.
Plus, because I'm not familiar with this type of profile.
I mean, selective bounce is like
selective bounce is pretty strong, yeah.
And having Kome as just free deck speed also can just get you into a climax.
I'll follow the pack.
Yeah.
I'll believe you
This card's
guys.
stupid.
I
This
just
card's
again,
bordering on S tier.
Yeah. Pomeranius is a pretty good boy.
is the goodest boy, in
Mm.
fact.
Now for some real shit.
Oh,
Enter
Jonathan,
our
Jonathan,
boy, our son.
the seagull.
our Lord and Savior. When this card's placed on stage from hand, roll 6-sided die. If you rolled a 4 or higher, you may choose one level 3 or lower in your opponent's center stage, put in your waiting room, so it can kill on play, and it's a level 3 killer.
So you can roll
So you
up
can kill
on a
2 level
seagull.
3s.
You can roll up on a seagull. It rolls a fucking 7, and it puts the fear of God in you.
So this is a better version of the killer Adachi, in my opinion, because it leaves a body on board.
Yeah, but you could
Of the
you also
Alte?
could just low roll.
No,
It
no,
also
like,
doesn't.
like a killer Adachi, the ones that are Adachis that also do like the pop on play.
Oh,
Like what's his name from Seven Deadly Sins?
Oh, okay. Now,
Or-
yeah, I know what you're on about. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
it's just it leaves a body and you could kill 2
Yeah.
essentially.
yeah,
I get it.
it is pretty good.
Yeah. Alrighty. My turn. Sherry. This card gains 1k power for each of your other game characters, and you can, when you reverse a level 2 or higher battle opponent, you can pay 1 to salvage a character.
The okay standby target.
Yeah, this is standby target, gets up to 10-5, and
Yeah,
it can plus you.
Oh yeah, it does get 10-5. Never mind.
Yeah, and it can plus you. Like, if you.
Yeah.
And it's also.
If you, yeah.
Not. It's also a cross turn effect. So if you can like back up over the back up the Sherry to make her bigger,
With the mem kick.
yeah, with
Yeah.
mem kick, you can pay 1 and salvage a character.
Good card.
Pretty
is
nice.
good.
You salvage your
Pretty solid.
Yuki to play the Yuki to refund the stock you spent salvaging.
Yeah.
It's solid. It's a solid standby target.
Yeah. Alrighty. Here's your girl.
Yuki Dangerous! Alright, level 3, 2 cost. She is an assist. All of your characters in front of this card get plus 2k power. If QP Dangerous is in your clock, this card gets -1 level while in your hand. When this card is placed on stage from hand, draw up to 2 cards, choose 2 cards in your hand, put them into your waiting room, and put up to 1 card from the top of your deck into your stock. And auto pay 1, put a card with pudding in its name from your hand into your waiting room, and rest this card. Choose 1 of your characters, and it gets the following ability until end of turn. When this card direct attacks, deal 1 damage to your opponent. She
Really
is
good card.
she's pretty damn good.
Pretty spicy.
Let you loop level 1 combo is really strong if you have like Suguri, if you want to play into that. Let you actually have like burns and plussing combos.
This is like pretty good. Well, we know the set has standby, so like if you're playing like a standby standby door deck, this
Yeah,
like
really
essentially it turns your off finishers into like give them extra reach
Yeah.
from your direct attacks.
I mean, you're
And
getting burn 1s from 2
when we
least.
see the standby combo, we're gonna get direct attacks.
Yeah.
So this plays really well into that. So
And if like you're playing an Oniverse combo like the Tomomo we saw earlier,
yeah,
if they're like crashing into your board, this lets you actually do something with the open lanes.
yeah, that works too. Yeah, it allows you for some little extra reach.
It is pretty nice.
Alrighty. Next to Iru. Your card space.
3/2. This card is plus 500 for each of your other game characters, so it tops out at 11 before any assisters. And on attack, reveal top card of your deck. If it's a game or an event, deal 1. You can combine this with the Yuki Dangerous, and it can be a burn 2.
It
Oh,
actually
on
it's a
direct
burn
attack.
one
On direct
twice.
attack. Yeah. Well, it's on direct attack. It'll burn
it's,
1. But
It's all right. It's like an all right level 3
It's-
standby.
At least
target
it also hits on
Events,
events.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
like it's
like-
not crippled.
Yeah.
there's
It's-
worse off
it's
finishers.
fine.
It's at least it's a free
It's a free
attack.
attack. It's a free damage dealer.
Potentially free attack that
Yeah,
will probably not get canceled the same way that Starbreakers will.
she declares a battle and she deals 1 damage. It's the character effect in the video
Whoa.
game. Woo! Alrighty. Next meme, Sora and Sham. If you have 4 more
The
game
cuties.
characters, that gets -1 level in your hand, so full board early play. And on play, the card gains 4 or 5 power, and the following ability to end your opponent's next turn. During this card's battle, all opponents cannot play backups from their hands. And when this card attacks, if special stage is in your climax area and you have 4 more other game characters until end of turn, until the end of your opponent's next turn, this card gains 3k, great performance, and cannot be chosen by your opponent's effects. And the special stage is a standby combo.
This is pretty nasty with the mem kick backup because backups are
Until
specifically
end of turn,
for no backups are specifically for the character backups, not the
Yeah.
event backups.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could just throw the mem kick event backup on their first attack, and because you have great performance, you're mem kicking their entire front row.
Yeah, and it's hold on, how big we get then? So it's 4 5. So
It's
we get
4K.
13.5. So we're at 13.5, 16.5.
65.
We're at 25.
Yeah, and that's before any assists.
That's before any assists.
And that is pretty disgusting.
And since you're on standby, you could hit on to an assist and play it behind
You can
it.
play Yuki Dangerous and get it up to 22.5.
This is pretty nasty.
Yeah.
However,
Great
your
performance,
opponent can just Adachi it.
They can, but that would be
They
cringe and
could.
stinky.
They could Alte it, and then now you're crying because your cuties are in your memory.
Yeah,
That's when you just play the second one, bro.
You're so right,
True.
girl boss.
You always have a second one. And then they play Jonathan and kill both somehow.
True.
Figured
Yeah,
it out.
Jonathan could just nuke them.
No, because it can't be chosen.
Oh, you're right.
You are correct. So yeah, you said I hope they don't have the double Adachi.
Alrighty. Fanta.
Alright, this is Kai. Alright. He's a 3-2. During this card's battle, all players cannot play backup from hand. When this card is placed on the stage from hand, you may put the top card of your clock into your waiting room. His climax combo, pay 3, put 1 game character from your hand into your waiting room. After this card's battle, if protagonist's privilege is in your climax area, you may pay the cost. If you do, roll 2 6-sided die and add their results. If your opponent reveals your opponent reveals X cards from the top of their deck, shuffles their deck, and puts Y cards from the top of their deck into their clock. X is equal to the total result, and Y is equal to the number of climaxes among those cards. So if you roll high enough, and with Popo, you could reveal what? That's 14 cards from the top of your opponent's deck.
Yes, you could. And you
And
still won't hit any climaxes.
That is still really fucking disgusting.
Just
Because like
roll high.
it's uncancelable damage.
It's uncancelable
This-
damage.
Is incredibly lethal.
Nah, bro. Look, trust.
You'll,
Your opponent's compressed, has like most of his climax. He's uncompressed, has most of his climaxes engraved.
and
Hit
you
him with
roll
that
2
Fumo
ones.
1. No, you hit that Fumo 1. Put it all back in, and then you hit all of his climaxes. Easy.
That is, I don't even want to think about that.
Nah, you triple Kai, and each Kai rolls like a 2.
Oh, you're so right.
And then
You could low roll the fuck out of it, but if you high roll, they are
It's
pretty
funny.
fucking dead. They are pretty dead.
Alrighty.
I think this is an A plus.
I
This is,
I don't like the volatile nature of this card. I'm giving it a C.
that's fair.
Because that's a high cost to it, like 3 stock in a character.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a high
I'm giving it a
cost
B
to it.
minus.
Well, I
solely
mean,
for
like
the
it's
fact
got a
that
high.
it can just kill.
It does have a high cost, but so does Starbreaker.
Yeah,
Like
but
this is pretty on par with Starbreaker's cost.
Starbreaker is
And
I know I'm dealing 5 damage.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
one
but-
could deal
High,
nothing.
I could spend 3 stock in a card to do nothing.
yes, or you could pay 3 stock. Well, I mean, it's
If
kind of the same
I'm play-
argument because
if
it's
I'm
they
playing
either
the card,
cancel.
I'm spending 3 stock in a card to do nothing. If my opponent's playing the card, they're spending 3 stock in a card to top
To do
check
8.
14 and put 6 cards into my clock.
Or 8.
Alrighty. Now it's
Last card.
yeah, it's you, I think, right?
Yeah.
Space, yeah.
Fernet. During the turn, this card is placed on stage from hand. At the beginning of your attack phase, you put all players' characters except for this one into waiting room. If you do, this card gets the following ability in a turn. This ability activates up to 1 time per turn. When damage dealt by this card is canceled, deal 3. Ditch a card from hand to waiting room. When one of your opponent's characters sends from stage to waiting room, by effect, you may pay the cost, and you put a card to stock. So you can just keep doing it to flood your stock
So yeah,
if you wanted to.
you can discard 5 cards to generate 5 stock off of the Fernet.
One of your
But
opponent's
you're
characters
reduced
is sent
to
from
1.
stage to waiting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
But look,
Yeah,
hear me out. Fernet plus
Dangerous
The pudding.
pudding.
yeah, it pays for most of it, bro. Trust.
Yeah, just you gotta the effects only on play from hand, and
Then next time you clock yourself, you play 2 shitters and you swing at them, and hope that
well,
kills.
that's what I'm saying.
Point.
You don't have like the timing. Like you do the Fernet, you have to wait till next turn, but you're already at
That's what I'm
level
saying.
3 because you're
That's
playing.
what I'm saying.
You-
Next
you
turn,
could
you would
also-
clock yourself and then play 2 shitters.
You could also yeah, since it kills everything at the beginning of the attack phase, you can also pump the direct attack buff from Yuki Dangerous.
You could. You could load. Yeah, you could load up.
It is
Dangerous
goofy.
onto Fernet,
What you could do
wipe the
is
board, and then she has like 2 on its attack, burn 1s, and then on cancel burn 3.
Goofy.
if you have the bouncers on board, you could just play a climax bounce back to hand so you don't lose everything.
Yeah. And
And
then,
just
you,
ditch
then
them
you
off.
discard the bouncers for when your opponent loses their step to get stock.
Yeah.
It's got some flavor.
It's yeah.
D plus for flavor.
D plus because Ojo-sama ho 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 ho.
Yes.
Yes. Alrighty, and with that, that is the last card of the set review, and happy April Fools, guys! You really
Yeah,
Go buy 100% orange
No.
juice and play it.
go buy 100% orange juice. It is $7. It goes on sale all the time for like $2. And if
And the 4-pack on sale is like $4.
$4,
I don't believe you.
because the four pack is essentially you're buying 2 copies of OJ, and you're getting another 2 for free. Because
It
the
is-
4-pack's always like double the price of the base game. So yeah, shout outs to Emery and Vance on the Discord for putting together the announcement banner for 100% orange juice. Bless up, baby girl. So yeah, this set will be available to download via, I don't know what they're using right now. I think they're using Google Drive, Google Docs, or whatever. I keep all
Mediafire maybe.
maybe, I don't know. I'll yell at Gadget or something. I think he's the one that's operating.
You could put it in the description though.
I mean, I could, yeah, but your mama so yeah.
Alright.
I know I haven't uploaded a whole lot. It's because I'm a lazy sack of shit, and also schoolwork's been kicking my ass. So hopefully I
Same.
get more stuff uploaded soon rather than later. A lot of it's gonna be long form content. So yeah, hope you look forward to that. Anything y'all want to say, dweebs?
Uh, yeah. Go play 100% orange juice. For real.
Sub or you're
Fine.
cringing gay.
Hmm. Sounds like you need to unsubscribe then.
Ah, shit, you're right.
Anything you want to? All right. So I guess I'm
Yeah.
catching y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.
No.
Bye, y'all.